girl Natural Nini. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 11. So today's video is going to be my Unpopular Opinions Black People Edition. Now before I get started with this video, I want to say that I'm not trying to offend anybody or hurt anyone's feelings. This video is just for entertainment purposes only. And it's honestly a lot of stuff that goes on in the Black community that I really have like a lot of strong feelings for and a lot of strong opinions for. And I only have 10 things on this whole entire list, and most of them are good. Like, they're more good than there are bad things on the list. So again, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. And this is just for entertainment purposes only. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started with this video. Some of us don't have manners. What I mean by this is some of us don't know how to say thank you, you're welcome, please, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. Some of us just aren't respectful, and I feel like that goes a long way in any race. And if you're not gonna say thank you to me, like if I do something nice for you and you don't say thank you to me, I'm gonna feel very unappreciated because I didn't have to do it. And I do have a few examples. So the first example I have is opening or holding a door open for somebody. So when I was in high school, if somebody was behind me and I was like finna go through a door, I'm gonna be the nice person I am and hold the door open for that person. Now if Caucasian people were to come through, you know, some of them say thank you, some of them don't. But then if Black people come through, they don't say thank you at all. They just come through like I was supposed to hold the door open for them. And I don't have to hold the door open for you. I did that out of kindness. I did that out of being nice. I did not have to open up the door for you. Like, I didn't have to hold it for you. I could have easily just gone through the door myself and just let the door close in your face. I didn't have to open up the door for you. So some of us don't know how to say thank you. Another example I have is when you give somebody like a gift or you do something nice for them and they don't even say thank you. So let's say you give somebody, like, it's their birthday and you give them maybe a card and $25 and you send it to their house, you give it to them in person, they don't even tell you thank you or they don't even give you a call to say thank you. That's very, very rude. Like, if you don't thank somebody for doing something for you or giving you something that they didn't have to do and you can't say thank you, like, where are your manners? Like, that's just common courtesy. That's common sense to say thank you. Like, it doesn't take but 2 seconds to say thank you to somebody. So a lot of us don't really have manners. A lot of us don't really respect others. And it's honestly kind of hurtful to see because it really doesn't take that much to be respectful or have manners or just say thank you to somebody. And also when I was in high school, I did see a lot of, unfortunately, African American kids being disrespectful to the teachers. Like, if the teacher tells them to do something and they have an attitude, they snap back at the teacher. And I'm like, what's your problem with the teacher? I mean, they might have given you, you know, maybe a few bad grades, like a few F's, but that's not an excuse for you to be disrespectful to the teacher. So it does not take a lot to say thank you. It does not take a lot to be respectful to somebody. So most of us don't have manners. Number 2, some of us don't know our history. Most African American people, they should know this, but most of them don't. But most of us should know where we came from. Most of us should know our history and what famous civil rights activists went through back then when we weren't even thought about being born. So we should know our history. We should know what other African Americans back then did for us, like Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all of the African Americans who fought for civil rights, who fought for equal rights for African Americans. We should know our history, because I feel like some of us who don't know where we came from, I feel like some of us now are like bougie, a little bit like bougie and sedity, think that we all that in a bag of chips, think that we better than the next black person. Like, no. God created everybody equally. We are all equal. You know, you choose your own life path. You choose how you want to live your life. So if you end up becoming a millionaire and you think you all that in a bag of chips and you don't know where you came from and you think you better than everybody, no, that is not the case. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's kind of disrespectful as well, because I feel like some of us aren't grateful for where we came from. Most people that I see, most African Americans that I see, that I guess you could say made it, or you know, they think that they're popular than everybody. I feel like they don't know their history, or they don't respect their history. So I feel like if most African Americans brush up on their history, like if they go to a black museum, or if they go to a library and read a few books about our history, or just learn about it on the internet, I feel like we'll be better as a whole. I feel like we'll be more respectful to one another. I feel like that, you know, we'll just be, not saying different, but that, you know, we'll kind of love on one another. And honestly, for me, I learned about my African American history in a lot of places. I learned about it at home. I learned about it at church, in school, Sunday school. I learned about it everywhere. So for me, I am very grateful and thankful for, you know, the other African Americans fought for back then to where I am today. So I am very, very, very grateful for that. But some of the African Americans who don't know their history, I feel like they need to brush up on it and learn it, because I feel like, you know, they'll be a lot better if they do that. They won't think they're all that in a bag of chips. Number 3, not all white people hate black people. I don't know what it is about some of the people in our community. Personally, I know that all white people do not hate black people. Like, I have some white friends now, and obviously they don't hate me because we're friends. I mean, we've been friends maybe since middle school, and we're both in college now, and we're still friends. So not all white people hate black people. I think some people do, just because of what was going on back then, like white slave masters owning slaves, and of course the slaves were black. And that does not mean now that in the future all white people hate black people, because guess what? It's a lot of interracial married couples. You have a lot of white men with black women and a lot of black men with white women, and it's gonna grow even larger than what it is now. So not all white people hate black people. Just because of what happened back then does not mean it has to be the same now, because there's a lot of people, like it's a lot of people that I know that's like in my family. It's a lot of like white family friends that we have, and we're all just cordial, we all get along and we treat each other like regular human beings. So not all white people hate black people. Number 4, colorism is real. Colorism is so real in the black community, because let me just educate y'all. So for the ones who doesn't know the difference between racism and colorism, let me educate y'all right now. So racism is pretty much a discrimination or a prejudice. Well, it's pretty much discrimination and prejudice against another race. Like, for example, there are some white people who do not like black people, and a lot of black people call white people racist, and some of that is true in some cases. And colorism is pretty much the discrimination like within a race. So also witness colorism as well, where a lighter skinned girl was talking down on this darker skinned girl, and she was telling her that she wasn't pretty enough to, like, you know, wear fake hair. Like, it didn't look good with her skin complexion. And I didn't want to get in the middle of it because, you know, two black girls, another black girl come in, and I ain't got time to get in no fights and get expelled. But it was really real to see that happen. Like, it really made me sad because we're all the same. Like, no matter if we have like a lighter skin complexion or a darker skin complexion or a medium tone skin complexion, at the end of the day, we're all black, we're all African American. So there's no need for colorism or disrespect to be going on within the black community, because at the end of the day, we are all black. So there's no need to be mean if you're like a lighter skinned girl being mean to a dark skinned girl or vice versa. There's no need for that because we are all African American. Number 5, it's hard to support black owned businesses. Now, personally, I've never really given my money to a black owned business, but I have been in contact with a black owned business. Like, I've had several t-shirts made for special occasions where my mom is actually paid for all of it, but you know, I still kind of witnessed it and saw it, and it's really hard to support black owned businesses only because you want to support them, but it takes them a month and a Sunday to respond back. Like, let's say you want some t-shirts made for a photo shoot. You actually tell the person everything that you want on the t-shirt. Like, you tell them the text, the color, the size of the t-shirt, all of that information. And then it takes them like 1 to 2 days or 1 to 2 weeks just to respond back. Even if you ask them the price, it takes them a while to respond back. So I have no problem supporting a black owned business. I feel like I'll support black owned businesses in the future, but it's kind of hard to because they never respond back to your questions. Like, you might have a question about something and they never respond, or if they do, you're either frustrated and fed up and you move on to somebody else and forget about them, or you keep on fooling with that person until you actually get fed up. So it's really hard to support black owned businesses only because if you reach out to them, they never respond back. Number 6, black television is the best. We have like some of the best TV shows, some of the best movies over here. Like, I'm talking on BET, which stands for Black Entertainment Television, TV One, and we do have some other ones. We also have, I think, OWN, which there are some like Caucasian shows or some other kind of shows that air on OWN. But if you guys did not know, OWN is Oprah Winfrey Network, and she is African American. So I do feel like black television is the best because those are really honestly the only like kind of channels that I really watch outside of cartoons. Like, we have Family Matters on TV One, we have Sanford and Son, The Jeffersons, Good Times, and we have some other shows on there too. But most of those shows are so funny to me. Like, I've watched all of those shows, and Family Matters is definitely my favorite. And we do have some shows on BET, mainly like Tyler Perry kind of shows, and we also have like a lot of black movies on there. Like, we have like a lot of Tyler Perry Madea movies. We have a lot of black movies on BET. So I feel like black television is the best because we're funny, we're comical, but you know, there's also a lesson taught in either a movie or a TV show. So I feel like black television is the best. Number 7, all black girls don't wear fake hair. I really feel like, let me just tell y'all, so just because we're black does not mean every single black girl wears fake hair. Like, for instance, for me, I don't wear fake hair. Like, this is all me. This is all my real hair, all natural, super duper long, super duper soft. And there was actually one time in high school where somebody came up to me and said, "Hey girl, your hair is so cute. Where did you get it from?" And I was like, "Excuse me?" I was like, no ma'am, my hair is 100% natural. It grew on the top of my head. It is not fake. And I kind of felt offended by that because not all black girls wear fake hair. Like, there are some that wear fake hair, and guess what? The ones who do, it looks good on them. But not all black girls wear fake hair. Like, just because we're black does not mean we all wear fake hair, because it's a lot of black girls who wear their real hair and they look good with it. And it's some who don't. And the ones who don't, guess what? They go get weave or wigs or a sew-in, and potentially it'll look good on them. So not all black girls wear fake hair, and I really felt offended by that comment because my hair is natural and my hair is far away from fake hair. Like, I will never ever wear fake hair. But just because you automatically assume, since we're black, that all black girls wear fake hair, like, we don't. My hair is 100% natural. So not all black girls wear fake hair. Number 8, y'all just gonna have to bear with me for this one. So number 8, if you don't like blank blank, then you not black phrase, that phrase has to go. Just because I'm black does not mean I'm finna like everything that black people do or say. And I really feel like this is offensive, obviously, to black people, because it's a lot of things out there that a lot of black people do / say, and I just don't do it. I do not do it. So I think I saw this on social media, like somebody was saying, if you don't like this so-and-so rapper or this kind of food, you not black. And I really took that to offense, and somebody actually said that to my face as well. And I'm like, okay, just because I don't like that doesn't mean I'm not black, because it's a lot of things that I don't like that a lot of black people do like. Like, I don't like seafood, I don't like cornbread, I don't like sweet potato pie, I don't like sweet potato casserole. It's a whole lot of stuff out there that I don't like that does not make me black. Like, I was born black, I'm gonna die black, I'm still black, and just because I don't like that does not mean I'm not black. So that phrase really has to go, because if you say that to somebody's face and they're black, that is very offensive. So that phrase definitely has to go. We need to stop saying it because it's really offensive and hurtful. Number 9, we take all of our problems to social media. I feel like, and this goes for black boys and black girls, or black men, black women, I feel like every time we have a problem with something, whether it's a person or a business or whatever, we take it to social media. Like, we take it to Facebook, we take it to Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube. We take it to everywhere. We don't need to know your business. Like, if you have a problem with, like, your roommate or your friend or your wife, your husband, we don't need to know. We do not need to know. We do not care. Go solve it with that person. Don't put it on social media, because the minute somebody asks, like, hey, what's wrong? Do you need me to come over there and check on you? And they don't respond back, but then they come back like 2-3 hours later saying, oh, everything's fine now. Like, why even put that on there? Like, we don't need to know about all your problems. We don't care. Especially, like, let's just say we have you added on Facebook or added on Snapchat, and you put, like, you start talking about your problems. We do not care. Like, if you're not a close friend of mine, I do not care about your personal business or problems. We do not need to know about it. And last but not least, number 10, at gatherings, we fix extra plates and never go home. So this one right here is like a positive kind of opinion. So whenever we have gatherings, whether it's like a birthday party or like a big celebration or a family reunion or a family get together, I feel like in our community, we get together, we be at somebody's house, like your mama house, your grandma house, your aunt house. You be over there for about 2, 3, 4 hours. And then when it's time to go home, you pack or you fix those extra plates for the people who aren't able to come, and you take them home. You might take you about 2 extra plates as well. And then as you're getting ready to walk out the house, we'll be like, okay, bye, we see y'all next time. Next thing you know, somebody be striking up another conversation. You be there for about another 2-3 hours. And this happens all the time with my family at my house. Like every year for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, whatever the holiday is, a special occasion, everybody come to my house, celebrate, and we be there for like 2-3 hours, and then we pack extra plates. Some of us go home, some of us don't. And I'm just like, okay, y'all my family and I love y'all, but I want my house back. Like, the party is over. The party ended about 3 hours ago when you was still sitting down, you know, talking to somebody you might not have seen in a long time. But if the party is over, I'm ready to get my house back. Like, I love my family, I really do. But the party is over and you need to go home. You can finish that conversation on the phone, or you can just, you know, call them up and meet them somewhere. Like, I want my house back, please go home. So I feel like at gatherings, we always like fix extra plates for like the people who didn't come, to take it back home to them. And we safe about, like, we pretty much overstay our welcome. Like when we gather, we overstay our welcome. So those were all of my unpopular opinions, Black People Edition. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share my channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow in Vlogmas Day 12. Bye.